Oh, it's so handsome. All right, let me mod you real quick, girly girl. Add as moderator. You're managing one. Oh, girl. Oh, girl. Oh, girl. Oh, yeah. We're going cray cray. We're so cray cray busy right now. You never know. Guard your privacy. We're so bad. Share it. There we go. Desi, because I'm just this one here, this particular platform, it's harder to get to where you actually get money, but like it's the highest payout, and quite frankly, Sean, no, because that only gets pushed to your followers. This is the only other the other one that I have not tried yet. That was like itch. This we're just it can take, it's still like I'm still new to doing it on here. I just want to put all my eggs in one basket. Like what's happening over there is okay, so I can talk about it here, Sean. For now I can. But basically like on my normal account over there, like I will get a restriction in the first 3 minutes, no matter what I'm doing, in exactly 3 minutes. I even had my microphone muted and my camera off, and it was like, yeah, you're trying to redirect people off of here to go somewhere else. And I'm like, no, I didn't say nothing. Like, literally, you can't see anything. I'm not speaking. Ooh. Thank you. His name's Kenny Powers. Aha. Hi there. He's looking pretty. Probably put him up in a moment and get another one out. Like Helix. Let's go to what? What? You really don't like this? You really think that one might? Uh-huh. Yes. Trying to climb the phone. Cutie. Isn't he cute? His name is Kenny Powers. He is a yellow body blue bar. Nature is amazing. He does too, Josh. He's chilling. He's when I produced. He's about 2.5 years old now. Whoa. Thank you, Nick. This is Kenny Powers, so he's an Ambilobi locale. And his coloration is considered a yellow body blue bar. He's not really fired up, but he does see the other males. Because he gets to roam on my neck. I don't understand that. I don't let them free roam in my house. My old house, when I would let them have like a it's a free roam per se, but it was a controlled free roam. But I actually had UVB lights over it too. So they were able to look out our windows and climb, but they also had UVB exposure. If they're not getting UVB exposure, they shouldn't be out for more than like hour max. Me too, but thank you. Let me see. Mark. I do crickets, dibby roaches, silkworms, black soldier larvae, snacks. I'll do like hornworms, superworms. I'm actually gonna get it's Kenny Powers. It's KP. He does. At the same time, shoot. His name's Kenny Powers. Man, it's a lot. This one is like, chameleons are they're very intelligent reptiles, actually. The fact that their eyes move independently, the fact that they're able to mentally process 2 different images at the same time. Like, we can't do that. You know, they remember you. They have really good memories. They're not the fastest, though. I mean, they can go much faster than this. I'll say that. Like, this is deceiving. The only thing is, Sean, like, we could try. I just don't. My phone. We can attempt. Yes, Mary, they are smart. They don't like run. Like, they're not the fastest. They live in the trees. They can go faster than this. Usually they're going to reserve it. So, like, say I had him out on this climbing tree right here, right? If I put Kenny Powers over on this climbing tree and I'm like, nah, I got distracted and I forgot about him. Or, you know, I'm cleaning or something. They'll be like, oh, she ain't looking. And that's when they'll be like Speedy Gonzales. And they can move a lot faster than you think. But it's still like, you're going to have no problem catching up to them. Like, you know, you'll see a lizard outside that dart off and, like, you can't get them. That's not them. Oh, dude. Hold on. Let me do a couple things here. Because he's cute. He's very, wait, well, just a little bit. Males about 5 to 7 years. Females about 2 to 4. Yes, this is a panther. Thank you. Ho ho ho! Something happened there. This is a little different. And I will say, honestly, this is busier than my one. That was bad. That was rough. That was rough. Oh, that. Yes. How old do you think I am? Listen, Justin, you should know. We don't, and those are questions there's one of the 2 questions. How old is a lady and how much does she weigh? We don't ask those questions. Oh. Hold on. We're going to put KP up. Nope. Where are you going, sir? Let's put Kenny Powers back in his enclosure. There you go, cutie. How do you get the crown? I am younger than that. That I can tell you. The crown. I think we need to get Helix. Can we get Helix out, y'all? Hi, Helix. You want to come out? You've been trying to come out all. Yes. I mean, they're going to eat anything that moves and fits in their mouth. I've seen videos of them eating hummingbirds, small birds. But as far as in captivity, yeah, we're going to be feeding them insects. Now, I will say, oh, yes, it sure is. Oh, yes, it is. Everything's too perfecto. Helix is actually one of my smaller ones. He's one I produce as well. oh. Look at him. He's like, man. So he's another ambilobi. His coloration is considered yellow body, red bar. Yeah, I have one that's a real professional wrapper. They do have 360 vision, which is incredible. Oh, hi, buddy. You ready? Oh, yes. Oh, my God. Yeah, you are. Oh, my God, Helix. I freaking love you. He wants a girl. He wants a girlfriend right now. He's trying to get to the girls. So all we're doing, he just wants to get to a girl. Damn, sir. Hot damn, Helix. What happened, Danny? He's actually one of my smaller males. I have my 3 larger males, Big Polly, Red Line, and John Gotti. Sorry, I have to say John Gotti like that. That was the top chameleon speed. That was like basically he got all 3.5 cylinders just revving right there for that one. That was fast, boy. That was look how fast I can go. They are solitary as all get out. Yeah, they're solitary. The only time you're gonna have 2 chameleons in a closure is if a female's receptive and they are Netflixing and chilling. Once they're done, you gotta separate them. Ah, shoot. I think it's called Top Fan, so I don't know if it matters with you liking or sharing. I am not familiar. I produced this one. Now, I'm going to be straight up honest. I am new to streaming on this, where I am more active on, and I had to change my name. Anyways, the other platform, I cannot go over that topic about, like, pricing and cost of it, like, so I don't know how it is here. Truly, I don't. Not that my streams are just for fun and education. Like, this guy's forever. Most of the ones I show you are one, like, that are not looking for branches, and some I have purchased from other breeders, and some I produced. They can eat birds if they're small enough. I have seen, not me or anything, but I've seen in a chameleon group somewhere else where somebody uploaded a video of her chameleon eating a hummingbird. I'm like, bitch, you knew that was gonna freaking happen. It honestly pissed me off. Sean, yeah, I'm trying to share this. Thank you. Yes, honestly, see, Polly, if you want your house smelling just like real good, get some crickets. Maybe even some I don't flippin' know. Milk, actually, microwave that. Or get some just like real sharp cheddar cheese and sprinkle the crickets and just microwave it. Yes. That will make your house just smell fresh. Like, like boiling that vanilla on the stovetop, whole different level, yo. Whole different level. In fact, if you really want it to smell good, after you microwave, then you put it on there with some butter and just No. Listen, I know that crickets can be made to where they taste good. I've personally not tasted them. I've personally not tried. I know that they can be. But if you are a reptile keeper, you also know that they can straight up smell like Satan's butthole. So, say pass. Like, it's honestly, chameleons don't have an odor. They are not stinky. Crickets are the stinkiest part of having chameleons. This boy is like DTF. He is down to fluff around. No, he's trying to get to a girl. I have a receptive female, and he's my only male that has not yet done the horizontal tango yet. Like, I have a girl that I'm going to get for him. I want to keep this coloration going. I'm really selective on who I breed to who. So I'm outsourcing her for my friend Jonathan Hill. Like, yes, they can get a proper diet in captivity. Now, with that being said, most of the bugs that we feed them, most of the insect feeders are going to be nocturnal insects. These guys would eat daytime insects, like pollinators, wasps, bees, crickets, locusts. Think of insects that you see flying around in the trees and whatnot. Okay. So one thing that I do is I actually gut load my feeder bugs with bee pollen, and I also, when I'm putting the supplementation on them to feed before, because you dust like calcium powder and whatnot on your bugs before you feed them to these guys. I also dust them with bee pollen. So think of it, in the wild, they're going to indirectly ingest bee pollen a lot. Right? No, because I don't just like one. I select. I'm very picky about my pairings. I'm very picky about my lineage. So he's considered a yellow body red bar. So see how he's kind of firing up right now? He is like, yeah, look at him. Oh, and he's also getting the dark stripes. He's trying to attract a lady, but he also sees a male. So he's kind of like, I'm ready to throw my cute little grippies or handsies. And I also like, I want to, right? So I want to get a yellow body red bar female because honestly, I freaking love this coloration on Ambelobi. I got lots of lizards, you guys. They don't call me the chameleon queen for nothing. Is it a parrot? I don't know. Is it? So I have his dad's 5 and will be 6 this year. Mr. Mondays will be 6 this year. My oldest female will be 6 this year as well. Now, captivity lifespan for them is going to be about 5 to 7 years for males and 2 to 4 for females. So Ruby is like, now don't get me wrong, like she's not like a young pretty spring chicken anymore. Like she looks old, she is. I stare at her and she just has her cute little, her eyes light up, but like I guess she's probably like the equivalent of like 90 something in human years. I don't know how that works with. Now my yellow giant parsons, they're upstairs, so I can't show you all them right now. They are about 25 plus years. Looky. Okay, but yeah, I have a lot. So babies. So I individually raise my babies. So the babies are over here. Little babies. I got females and juveniles. Roja, quit tempting Helix. She's the reason he's going nuts. Look at her. She's like, hey, baby. She goes, hey, daddy. But Roja, your daddy's actually his daddy. So Mr. Mondays is all being crazy and silly. I have no Komodo dragons. I actually like to live my life. I don't want a Komodo dragon. Red line, dude, you nuts. He's trying to get out to get to him. Big Polly. I'll show you all the babies in a second. There's Big Polly. He's an F1 yellow body blue bar Ambelobi. Here's my Mr. Meeseeks. He's my Abanja male. Look at his pretty tail. Oh, he's so pretty. The males are in 2x2x4s. These are extra larges. The extra large Repti Breezes. Females are in mediums. The babies are in grow out. Like, they are not in those forever. Those are grow out enclosures. Babies are itty bitty. I'll show them. My Parsons are in huge enclosures. Yeah, the Parsons are in a huge. Those guys are big. Here's John Gotti, one of my red body blue bar. Oh, he says, get that phone away from me, bitch. Oh, Tegus are so cool. Kenny Powers, who I started with. And then we got Boudreaux. He's my nosy bee male. Hold on, sorry. What was the question? I'm going to go show. Yeah, I'm going to show. King just shed. King just finished his shed. I need to put Helix out because Helix is being feisty. So if I show you King, he just finished his shed. I mean, he might have a little bit left on his tail when I was looking. But he just finished his shed. So I'll get King. He's so pretty right now. He's one of the juveniles I have from a retained clutch, which is pretty cool. Right? I mean, I have some that are almost 6 years old, including a female. I raise my babies until they're 3 to 4 months before I find branches for them. I'm going to show you, but let me find a baby. Oh, like, look at Sir Jesse Judge a lot. Look at this guy. Oh my God. Hi, baby. Why, you so cute. Look at the big Polly baby over here. Sir, I'm going to show you King. Hold on. Looky at this guy. Hi, cutie patootie. Aren't you just so freaking late? No, it's not in Missouri. I mean, these are not in, they're not threatened or endangered, and they're not considered a dangerous animal, and they are obviously not native to the good old state of Missouri. So, yeah, no, I don't need any. Look at that guy. He's so freaking big. Those are big babies. Anyways, so King is a lot of work. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. But I've made amazing friends, including Charlene, who's my mod here, and my other platforms. And she'll actually come and help, so I can. But is it a lot of work to take care of 70 plus reptiles, 3 children, and oh yes. Oh my God, look at King. Oh, he's looking so pretty. So he was born on July 22nd. He's a juvenile male, so he's still developing color and he's still growing. His sire's John Gotti. I'll show you his daddy real quick. I think he's gonna look like his older brother Maui, not his dad. There's his dad. That's his resting colors. John Gotti has actually a lot of red resting in him. When do I sleep? It's all good. That's King. I also have I got a gargoyle gecko, 2 crested geckos. I got 2 white tree frogs, a leopard gecko, a Kenyan sand boa, a bearded dragon, and a pair of yellow giant parsons chameleons. So here's King again. Yeah, he's looking really pretty. Now, his sister's freaking a bee, dude. Like, she's mean. She's not bit me. I think she will bite. I wouldn't be surprised when she bites. So, Danny, this is King. I think he's going to look more like his older brother, Maui. I'll get Maui out. So, basically, John Gotti, their sire, he is a red-bodied blue bar, but he's got more blue on him. Maui has more of the red. Like John Gotti, their sire, the blue bars just kind of go down to, ooh, what were you puffing up at? Yes! I love when the males get confident when they're this young. Like when they start to get that bit of confidence where they're like puffing up to like huge males that are full grown. Freaking love that. I love seeing confidence in like the younger males. I already have, like, am I in London? Do I sound like I'm in London? Like, I'm going to drink some water. South, I see, I can't. I'm not. That's a first. That's a first. I have not started. No, because it's pretty busy on here. It'd be kind of hard to do the double engagement. So, oh, Maui, you're such a BA mother effer, dude. Hot damn, Maui. So he is almost 9 months old. So he's still a juvenile. I think King's going to look more like this guy. So he's got a lot more of the reds. His dad, John Gotti, and they're full-blooded brothers. One, King's just from a retained clutch. But he's got those, his freaking bars are perfect. Oh my God. Sorry. This is a breeder geeking out over the perfectly defined, perfectly clear, clean, and crisp blue bars. Ugh, this is not a gecko. This ain't a gecko. It's a freaking salamander, guys. Duh. Duh. Jax is 100% more like his dad. This guy has got very defined blue bars. And you can, whereas John Gotti and Jax marry, it like the blue, I'll actually get John Gotti out. Maui's not the most confident. He's getting a little better. He's not the most confident in my males. Oh, you guys, not the Parsons. The Parsons are asleep. These guys are on a later schedule. I have them in my basement. I have 2 north-facing windows, so if you know anything about window placement, north-facing windows don't really get direct sunlight. So basically the sunlight doesn't start to creep down here until way like later in the day. So we're on a later schedule with them. My Parsons have east-facing windows, so they are on a much earlier schedule. Ain't he pretty, you guys? So he's still growing, believe it or not. 9 months old. Are they hard to have as pets? So I have had a variety of pets. Are they harder than a horse? Absolutely not. as far as in reptile category, I had no prior experience with reptiles when I got into Panther Chameleons. I have my first Panther Chameleons. They are more sensitive to incorrect husbandry than other reptile species, and they are not, like, there are some reptiles, I'm not saying you should do this, but there are definitely some reptiles that you could, like, go on vacation for a week and, like, they're gonna be fine. Don't do it. I'm not suggesting you do that. These guys, yeah, no, you can't do that. No, they don't feel slimy, so they're textured. They're not really smooth. They kind of feel like the bumpy skin on your elbow is the best way. If you ever have like bumpy skin on your elbow, that's kind of what they feel like. They're not as smooth as a ball python. They're not as rough as like your typical bearded dragon. I've never touched a leatherback bearded dragon, so I don't know what they feel like. They're nowhere near as velvety as a crescent gecko. So this is Maui. He's a juvenile red body blue bar. He's freaking he is a perfect red body blue bar, in my opinion. Not that John Gotti is not. So if you like blue more than red, their daddy is the one that you would like to have. So here's his younger brother, King. We named him on a TikTok. On a TikTok live. I'm gonna put King up right now. So, I mean, can you? That's up to you. The only state in the United States that you cannot is Hawaii. Priority overnight ship anywhere in the U.S. There's only 2 cities in Alaska we can do that. So basically not Alaska, but yes, kind of. Nothing to Hawaii. Nothing. Hawaii says we don't want it. So we can't ship it there. They would thrive in Hawaii and they become invasive in Hawaii. I truly don't know. I hear a lot of mixed information about like the invasive panthers in Florida, like if they're truly actually having that much of an impact on the ecosystem. If you understood how these guys like move around, like if they're in a place where they're getting constant food with that much predators or competition for food, they'll probably stay there. That's all they want. All right, let me get John Gotti. I'm going to show you guys the difference between Maui. I'm going to put him on the... See, Maui's going to start freaking out probably. Go up here, buddy. There you go. I'm going to show you the difference between Maui and John Gotti, the sire. They're upstairs sleeping. The Parsons. Now, if you want to see a big, full-grown panther, John Gotti is one of my biggest male panthers. He's a big boy. He used to bite. He hasn't bit me in over a year. So this is John Gotti. So you see the big difference how he has all that blue on him? And then Maui. Oh, damn. He's puffing up to his dad. Oh, this is like a moment that we're capturing right now. He never puffs up. Much less to a full-grown male that's almost double his size still. Damn, you're huge and gorgeous. Damn. Sorry, I genuinely am geeking out. These are his resting colors, and he is full grown. He's like partial body shedding is what they start to do, so that's why he's got like a lot of ashier look on him. But him, oh, that's so cool. You got a lot, Dolly. You got so many cool pets. I agree, Mike. I hate that. I don't like that at all. Like, I would never want to get a Florida panther, a Florida wild panther chameleon, just because you don't really truly, unless you're going to spend a bunch of money, and I don't know if it's shed test or actual blood testing, to send it to a person who may or may not, they think that they're able to determine the locale. Well, actually, Jonathan, I think, is actually able to. But anyways, what I'm getting at, you don't know if they're actually pure locale or not. More than likely, they're not. There's no way, like, they're not. You're getting so many chameleons that get loose from either storm, hurricanes, or whatever, that all these locales could just be like breeding. But so he's got more blue, a lot more blue. So that's the thing. What's cool about red body blue bars is like, you got these guys who, if you like blue, here you go. When he does fire up, the red get hot. Damn, Maui. When he fires up, his red gets super bright. The blue gets bright. A little bit of green turns like red, orange, and then he actually turns white, like very patriotic colors, on his belly and his gular. They are not free roam here. Yeah, they will fight. They will fight. They are solitary animals. The only time you'll ever have 2 chameleons together is when a female's receptive and they're Netflixing and chilling. Yeah. King's pretty. I like King. I like Ozzy. Isn't it? Now, wait, Danny, were you still waiting to see King's sister? That, he's like, damn. Whoa, Johnny, damn. He says, get here, guys. You want to see something? Let me put him up. And we're going to have fun with Maui. I'm going to see if he'll eat a hornworm. Maui's so freaking hilarious. Actually, I don't know if I've uploaded the video here. But Maui used to be, like, I call him my little window licker because he tries to eat the comments on the live stream sometimes. And thank you for the makeup compliments. I do not know how YouTube is. Where I normally do my streams at, I can't tell you the brand that I'm wearing or I'll get in trouble. Like, yeah. Sucks. They'll be like, stop it. Let's give Maui a hornworm, you all. You ready? Give him a little snackaruno. Now, whenever you do feed hornworms, make sure you dust them up in some calcium because their little feet are pretty sticky. They hold on real tight. But Maui, he's a predator. Okay, I'll show you the sister. Let me give this cutie patootie a hornworm. Hi. Maui. Maui. Oh. You know you want it. You just gotta yell at his food first. You gotta yell at your food. Hold on. Come on, get. Baha! Good job, Maui. You're such. I'm telling you, special forces would get this chameleon in a heartbeat. They only freaking apex predator you are. This one I have on is the Kaleidos. It's actually a highlighter. This is actually a highlighter, and this one is an Inslee Rain highlighter. I don't know. Isn't Maui fun? Now, this is his younger sister. This is King's clutch mate. So female panther chameleons, I think basically any chameleon that lays egg, they can retain sperm for a while. Panther chameleons can retain sperm for at least 6 months. So what that means, so basically like, if you pair up your female with the male, she's going to lay eggs. Most of them are going to be fertile. So, but then the next time she lays eggs, even if you don't pair her up, some of those eggs are going to be fertile. So this particular clutch, I had 3 babies in this clutch. It was a retained clutch that she had. And here's one of the female. This is the, oh, god dang. She's freaking ornery. She's not bit me yet. This is the female. Oh. This is just, so I won't be surprised. This is the defensive. When people are like, they hate you, they don't like you, when I'm holding my other chameleons, no, they're not that they like me, but they're not scared of me. Different story. This is the defensive posturing. She might bite me. At this size, it doesn't hurt. Like, do I want it to happen? Not really, but it doesn't really hurt. She is spicy. She actually has not, isn't she pretty though? She says, you guys, do you see my pretty teethies? Oh, you're so sweet showing them your teeth. Damn, she's so freaking ornery. I'm going to put her back. She's gorgeous, though. Damn, she's gorgeous. She's so beautiful. Go home, sweetie. She's a really pretty female. But those are actually juvenile female coloring. I'll show you her older sister, Findy Thunder Snatch. This is probably what she'll look like. That's so cool. I think rattlesnakes are awesome. The only hot I've ever, like, was a gaboon viper. So here's Findy Thundersnap. She's receptive as all get out right now. So she wants to go see she wants to, damn, she's so pretty. So those are receptive colors that you see. She's got her bars showing because she doesn't really care for me. She doesn't care for my phone. But you see how she has that overall peach tone on her? It's really pretty. Yeah, Findy Thundersnatch. On TikTok, we would do these TikTok live goals when we would name a baby. So I would let my chat name a baby, and they freaking named her Findy Thundersnatch. Anyways, she's real pretty. She's real pretty. Gorgeous girl. She get a little freaking fat, though. I'm sorry. Yeah, I called you fat. Don't hate me. Well, you should watch your diet. She said, fuck you. Did you see that? It's like she heard me. Like, I know they don't actually have ears, but I could have sworn. Maybe it was my imagination. But I said, you're getting fat. She goes, yeah. Like, she heard me. I'm not tripping. I'm not crazy. So that's a female. How do you get fat on bugs? So these guys they don't have to move around as much because, like, they're getting fed. They don't have to look for food. Like, they get food. Like, their food is just provided to them by this random walking tree thing. Me. I'm the walking tree. They don't. They have very, 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 very primitive eardrums. But let's look for his ear holes, shall we? They don't. They hear much differently. It's mostly by vibration. So look. Let's look at Maui right now. What does he not have that a lot of lizards have? I do have one. He's a pet. His name's Dragonite. What's Maui missing? Do we see an ear hole anywhere? Not really. They are, their eyesight, their sense of smell, their eyesight's freaking crazy awesome. Their hearing is vibration. I want to say the reason, and I want to do more research on this, that's how that's where they are able, because kids say they're going to be in the trees, right? That's where you're going to find them mostly, is in trees or something like shrubbery, like branches. They're going to feel that and hear that vibration of something like sneaking up behind it more than you'd be able to hear it. They do change colors. They change their color based on temperature and mood. It's not based on whatever they're touching or their surroundings. It's a really big misconception. I thought the same thing until I got into chameleons, because that's where you see it everywhere. Exactly. They feel, and also look. Oh, let's get. This is one of my OGs, Mr. Mondays. He's 5 years old. He's one of my first. Dude, you're hilarious. I think. What are you trying to do? Mr. Mondays. Oh my God. You think you're going to get a hornworm? He's like, dude, give me a hornworm, man. So this. Yeah, I love you, dude. I love his face so much. I think Mr. Mondays has like he's got such an expressional face. Look at him. He's like, yo, walking tree, give me the flipping hornworm. He's like, give me a flipping hornworm, yo. He's another yellow body blue bar. Ambilobi. Most of my chameleons are Ambilobi locale. I do have a bonnet nosy bee as well. Ooh, turtles are so cool. Jacksons, I do like Jacksons. They're cool looking. At my house, I can't keep them. That temperature drop, man, that they need is nuts. Red line. What are you trying to get to? Dude. Thank you, Sean, for coming in. I'm going to try what you were talking about. Maybe we can be on there at the same time. Dude, come here. What are you doing? Where are you trying to, is that your way of trying to give it? He's my first, he's old. Like, his damn shed makes him look older than he, like, really is. But, yeah, this is Redline. He's a rainbow. He's a rainbow Ambilobi. That's so cool that you made your own enclosures. That's really cool. Dude, I swear, Redline, look at that. Look at his, like, freaking, so his eyes shed. Now his face is shedding. Looks like part of his feet. So when they're full grown, they do partial body sheds. So, like, sometimes that could be like their 4 feet shed, and that's it. And then a little bit later, a couple months or so later, maybe like half of their abdomen sheds. I have a Kenyan sand boa, a male Kenyan sand. He's like 15 inches long. He's not a big boy at all. Oh, he gets bright red. He gets like bright red. If you look at my profile picture, that chameleon, the bright red one on top of my, that's Redline. Just like the animated version of him. Well, those are, sorry guys. I give you guys a free roller coaster ride. It's going to happen. I don't want retouch on. Get off. Thank you. She's still looking and staring. Males about 5 to 7 years. Females live 2 to 4. What bug did you eat? Oh, that was that. Same here for my Parsons. They have horse troughs upstairs. For the Instagram. Oh, he's so pretty. Look at his yellows. So he has red rain. Those red dots on him. It's called red rain. Oh, God dang, dude. Look at that. So pretty. I have a bearded dragon. I have a hypo zero bearded dragon. What did you eat? Males of about 5 to 7 years. Females of 2 to 4. Don't squeeze the chameleons, guys. No. Oh, I love Nile monitors. They're real pretty. I think they are. No, he just got something like right there. It's like, oh. Danny, the attitude, she's not bit me. She's not bit me. I'm trying to remember if Fendi bit me or not. They're pairing. I am live. Thank you for telling me I'm live. I thought I was already live. You're welcome, Paul. Thank you. We haven't named her yet. That's in a normal price range for a female, what you just said, Topher. Females tend to be, for people who are not trying to get into breeding, females tend to be a little harder to sell. I'll pay money for a good quality female, but I understand the importance of having a good quality female in a breeding project. People who are like, they're wanting to use as pets. If that was like shipped or you said at a show, it's a normal range. Usually they're a little less, but I've spent more than that. No, you don't need a license. I think Riot. They are more expensive. Males are more expensive because they're bigger. They're more colorful. They live longer. Females are not as colorful. They get pretty, don't get me wrong. Like you just saw Fendi a few moments ago with a really pretty peach receptive looking coloration. But they don't have the vivid and like as bright of coloration as males, nor do they have the range of colors. So there's like over 200 different locales of Panther Chameleons. They all have their own unique colorations and markings. You can, for the most part, if you get to studying, you can almost tell almost all the locales just with the male locale visually. You should be able to identify locales visually with a male. Females, there's not really any visual clues or cues. That would tell you what locale. They all look very similar. Some people swear that they can tell. I have seen such a variation of looks in just one locale of female. I'm like, oh wow, like she's got more purples in her, or she has more pinks, or her head shape's more dinosaur looking. His name's Mr. Mondays. Queen Riot, I do like that. Mr. Mondays used to be a grump ass. His name is not Mr. Mondays because he was always pleasant. He used to be a little grumpy. He never bit me. He was just very grumpy. He hated the phone. And it was like he would just see, and he was like, get that mother effer, and he would try to attack it. He never bit me, but it did take about 6 months of building trust with him, and now he comes out for the most part. We do have an Aussie, but that is Dazzy's. That's King's brother. What is it for? What do you mean, C. Paul? It's usually, what do you mean? Hold on, Shirley, what'd you ask? I don't finger paint them. These are their natural colors, guys. There is no food dyes. There's no color enhancements. All natural, all organic. So in the wild, they only live a year or two. They get taken out by predators very, very easily, left and right. Like they're not in a clutch, usually only one baby, and that's usually around 20 babies, 25 babies. Usually only one will make it to the first year of its life. These guys are pretty defenseless when it comes to, like, they're not the fastest, they don't have the strongest bite, they don't have defensive mechanisms like tail whipping, they don't drop their tails like geckos. Their defense mechanism is being alone. They do change their color. It's not to camouflage. It's more so to communicate with each other, to relay, like, oh, I'm receptive, or I'm gravid, or like, hey girl, whatever. So there really wasn't much to base off how long they could live in captivity, because they, for the most part, would live a little longer. But there have been field studies done, and different husbandry practices were like, hey, why don't we try this? Like fogging, for example. Every night in Madagascar, heavy fog rolls in. So the concept of fogging, which is relatively new for them, I think it was introduced like maybe like 6-ish years ago. When I first got into chameleons, it was still like, it was like half and half with keepers, or like, it's gonna make your chameleon not live long. You're gonna get a URI if you fog. It's not true, but I mean, if you have it like real hot and you're fogging, yes. Their eyesight's amazing. But anyways, I do think as more people implement proper husbandry, we might see the life expectancy go up some. But there just isn't much to base like how long they could live for. I don't know why the males are always so pretty. I don't know why. Their eyesight's amazing though. They have a 360-degree range of vision. Their eyes independently function. So like they can look in 2 different directions, and they're actually able to mentally process 2 different images at the same time. So they are able to they can look for prey with one eye. They can look for predator, danger with the other eye. They can look and see 2 prey options. Oh, this one's easier for me to get to. They're able to calculate like escape routes. They're very, and they see colors we can't see, and they see them differently than us. You don't like nothing crow? Thank you, Lynn. I love these guys. No, anybody. My experience with iguanas was painful. Lord have mercy. They are native. The panthers are native to Madagascar, yes. I'm not going to do the Insta tonight. I don't think Insta reach for my followers would be good at this time. Also, I do have to take the kids to school. Wow, I kind of forgot to talk there. I apologize. Are they low maintenance? In terms of reptiles, I would not say they are. Now, I would compare their daily care, the time, not husbandry, but the time you spend on a daily basis caring for them would be comparable to that of a bearded dragon. They are complete opposite husbandry, but I'm just saying like what you do for their care on a daily basis. You know, you're gonna spot clean every day, which really is not hard. Like you look for poo, you clean up the poo, clean up a dead bug, leaves that fall in standing water, whatever. It's real quick. You should deep clean at least 2 times a year. They are Panther Chameleons. Crawling. I thought you were saying something about crow. And you almost sent me on a whole different like side tangent about crows, because I like crows. I wish it was legal in the United States or Missouri for me to have a crow, or to just like befriend a crow. I would like to befriend a crow, but we don't have to get into that whole topic. I think they're freaking badass. Or a raven, but chameleoneer. Have a good night, Sean. See ya. Dude. Yes, I would love to have a crow be my friend. And when I wake up, I may or may not have crow gifts. That could be like a milk cap or like a soda can snap thing, whatever. And I'm like, oh my God, he loves me. Because I know that's like, they're like, oh, Brittany would like that. And they're like, oh, look, that's like half of a freaking broken marble. They're like, oh, she'll freaking like that shit. And they'll like gather it up and like, hey, friend, here, I got some gifts for you. It's like the most useless shit, but to them, it's like, she would like this. I would love that. You know what I'm saying? It's like they're putting thought into what they get for you. I want that. Really, Danny? Stop it. That's so cool that they do that. Yes, and incest. Yeah, weirdo. Ooh. No, you should not have. These guys are going to eat. They're going to eat it if it's small enough, and they're going to be scared of it if it's too big. They don't like other things. They're gonna, and also these guys are kind of like how like male panther chameleons. I would compare them to like mallard ducks. What I mean by that is they're like they're not, yeah. I wouldn't put anything else in with them. I wouldn't recommend it. They won't like it, or they're just gonna take advantage of it, quite frankly. That's so funny, Topher. No, yeah, they're very smart birds. They're very smart birds. I love I love smart birds. I've never had a pet. That's one of the areas of pet. I've never had a pet bird. I would like to, but not here. I can't have one here. I need more space. I'm gonna put this guy up. It's about lights time out. Anywho, so we're on here for about an hour. I love the colors on him. Words can be hard. Well, also, you got to remember, I didn't get much sleep yesterday. Hi. I didn't get much sleep at all yesterday. So, and I'm not about to get sleep again. But hopefully I just won't be panicking over, like, trying to figure out what the heck's going on with my account. Words can be difficult, y'all. They can be, but it's okay. Because I think you know what I was trying to say. I think we're all in that same, like, oh yeah, she totally meant to say that. I don't know. Well, thank you, Shay. Figure of, the chameleon girl should have multi-chrome makeup on. I will say, you would not have caught me wearing freaking purple eyeliner. Even 6 months. I don't think I was doing this 6 months ago, but I'll say doing the streams. Y'all making me happy. I would never have worn this. I was always like neutral tones and like gold and bronzes, like coppers. Like I wasn't wearing, and maybe some purples because of my eye color. But like, yeah, no, you wouldn't have seen me in this sparkly stuff, yes, but not this. Oh, love the azul. Yeah, Jeep every bump on my face. I got some bumps. Because I'm a person, I'm a human being that is going to have imperfections on their face. How I got into chameleons, I was super duper pregnant and hormonal, and I really freaking wanted a chameleon. So I was like, this is a great decision. Let's add more stress to a life that's about to be really stressful. Anyways, I fell in love. Redline was my first chameleon. And then I got Mr. Mondays not even a month later. And then I was like, wait, I can breed these. And I have an accounting degree. It's like, wait, write-offs. And then I fell in love. I kept going for it. And now I have like 65 chameleons. I have a lot of chameleons now. Now, some of them are going to be looking for branches when they're a little older. Well, a good chunk are. Well, 30-ish. This is actually the one I chose a highlighter technically. And this one is Prophecy. The name of the color is Prophecy. And if you like kaleidoscopes, just take out the opes. And that is the remainder of the word of which I don't know what I can and can't do on here. I think I would just be done, and I would have to rely on like Craigslist, newspaper ads, and reptile expos. If I manage to somehow mess up to have an account with 71,000 followers, having issues, oh my god. I'm so pissed off about that. Anyways, that's over. I don't spend no 1 million on lighting shit. Wait, write-offs? How? If you make it a business? Is Uncle Sam listening? Is he in? Is he in right now? Double check. Is Uncle Sam listening? Yeah, like you could be a. Now you want you. So basically, you can make it a business, and even a hobby can be a business. You could just have to basically buy a. You don't have to have an LLC. You don't have to. A lot of times, like for my situation, I think having an LLC is dumb because it's not like I have employees. It's not like I've made like investment on like huge equipment. I have I have gradually purchased what I have, right? It's not like I was like went all willy nilly and I spent like $30,000+ Like here we go. Like I didn't do that. It's been great, and I even found used stuff. Um, anyways, it could be a hobby, can be a business if you're like exchanging whatever you're doing. Like even if you were like sewing stuff and you went and sold whatever you sewed. Anything that's associated with the care for your business, like I have to gut load my insects, carrots, sweet potatoes, whatever. Yeah, you can write off the vegetable purchase. You can write off your drive to the grocery store. If I go to a reptile expo, I can write off my drive, the mileage there and back. My food that I buy for them, a portion of the utilities, the square footage of the room that I am in. So say it's like 10% of my entire house, I can write off about 10% of my utilities. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff you can write off. Yes. Who said 1 million? I never said 1 million. I mean, like, shit. Somebody asked me how you do write-offs with this. Your enclosure, that's a write-off. You purchase. My ring light, that's a write-off. My freaking this, that's a write-off. Part of my cell phone bill is a write-off. All of it. Anything that you're able to tie into your business. Anyways. No, so, like, okay, so the UVB lighting is not that expensive. I mean, let me rephrase that. The energy, the bill, the utility bill, your UVB is actually a pretty low, it's not as energy consuming as, like, your traditional heat bulbs, the fluorescent bulbs, those are. That's where your bills, that's where your stuff will start to go up. I live in Missouri, so people will laugh at me when I tell them my highest electric bill when I had, like, negative highs in day, like last year in the winter, I think I got to $350. So people, New Yorkians, Californians, freaking like Alaskians, Hawaiians, probably all of y'all are like, oh, that's like my normal monthly bill. Now I am starting to switch to halogen heat lamps, and those are more energy efficient as well. Thank you for telling me I was covering the microphone. So chronically stupid, just get a sugar rub, get some nice water, get some sugar in it, soak the thing in that, and then just right back on up. And that sugar helps it stay in. I mean, I don't have the money to invest in solar. I am a single mom of 3 children. That's hella, like, also, technically, the house I'm in is a rental. I was talking to you owned. I used to own. LED are definitely more energy efficient. But heat lamps, like UVB produces some heat, not enough for the adults. For the adult chameleons. Now, I only have my heat lamps on for a little bit. They don't need extremely, extremely warm temps like other reptiles do. A lot of times, a lot of keepers. Now, when it's really cold, I do have my heat lamps on longer, or if not the entire time. But thank you. I bet so. I think turtles are really cute. I like turtles a lot. I don't know because I've seen their setups, especially the water turtles, the aquatic turtles. Oh my god, I can't believe I said that. Yo, their subs are huge. Let's see. You all. Oh, no, I got chameleons. You want to know, honestly, what's hilarious is, like, most people think that. Like, when people... So many people, like, when I first got into chameleons, like, when they would go into my basement, they're like, what? Wait a minute. But... At the same time, because I've seen that, I don't understand why people... I guess because they just saw green stuff and lights. Like, they saw green, like, plants and, like, the bright lights. But I know that's usually... There's, like, a whole, like, aquatic stuff, like, watering system going on. What's it called? I don't know. Those are super cool as well. They're just going to sleep. I turned off the lights, or I'll show you. I'm not going to get them out at this point. Gambino's being a cutie. We'll show you Gambino. There's Gambino just chilling. Hi, buddy boy. He's just chilling right up here. He says, hi, God. Oh, Lord have mercy. Why can't two hobbies be friends? I mean, so males are very colorful and they're a lot larger. I'll show you a few. If I can find a female that's... All right, here we go. Little sweetie, my Abanja female. You're so sweet, little sweetie. Females are nowhere near as colorful. Like, see, she's got some really pretty purple scales there, but they're not, and they're beautiful. And she's a sweet one. Little sweetie, sweet. Was I at one point? Oh yeah, I used to be, and then I had children, and I'm not one that can do that when I'm like with the kids, because then I'll just sit there and I'll be like, oh my God, you're the worst mom ever. Like I would just like, so yeah, not anymore. Not anymore. Those days are just pew. Because yeah, I do crickets, dubia roaches, for staple feeders or things that would be good for staple feeders. Crickets, dubia roaches, silkworms. They like to alternate. Like they like to have like, you know, like understand like they want to change up in their consistency. They don't prefer to eat the same thing every day of their life. Black social fly larvae are good staples, but I like to keep the larvae until they actually turn into the flies, because these guys love to get the flies. If you know a grasshopper breeder, grasshoppers are really good for these guys. And that's going to be close to actually what they would eat in the wild. The only thing with grasshoppers, and that's why I say find someone who breeds them. Any bug that's outside, you obviously have your risk of pesticides, parasites. Grasshoppers and hornworms love to eat tomato plants, and these guys are allergic to that family of plant. I think it's called nightshade plants. So don't just be like, oh, cool, and give the grasshopper to them, because it could not be good. Mealworms are not good for chameleons. Other reptiles, mealworms are fine for. Mealworms are harder. Like their exoskeleton is harder. It's tougher. And these guys have a harder time digesting them, and it can cause impactation in which they will pass away or can pass away. Superworms are a little, I guess they're a little softer. Superworms are more of a treat though. The reason superworms are a treat food, you should not use superworms as a staple food. They're not too nutritious, but also they're addicting to these guys. They're like bacon, and these suckers are real smart. Once you introduce bacon to these guys, superworms, and you've been feeding them chicken breasts and tuna like crickets, dubia roaches, they're like, hold up, this shit's been out here this entire time. Like, why are you holding out on me? They'll go on a food strike. Some of them will food strike on you. They'll refuse to eat, because they're like, why would I? Like, she's got the good stuff. Like, I'm gonna hold out, and they like, yeah, they're gonna try to manipulate you into getting superworms back. Don't get them the superworms. They cannot live off of just superworms. So you have to just be aware that superworms can cause. And see, that's what I always thought. Hell, so many people, like, when I say that, I come at it an approach of like, oh, I don't really know, because I don't really get mealworms. I think mealworms are just a pretty easy produce. They're easy to produce, but I think they're just like a filler insect. They're not like, they're one that's easy to have, produce, blah, 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 cheap. And that's just, honestly, before people knew any better, that was just a go-to feeder for reptiles. But I don't think, here's the thing, bearded dragons, they would never eat. They're also going to eat, like, they're not nocturnal, but almost every bug that we feed them is nocturnal. Oh, yeah. So chameleons are not veggies, but bearded dragons, yeah. You get them. Bacon is good. Bacon is good. Bacon is so good. No, I want bacon. Oh, I'm getting freaking, ow. Wow, I don't like that. It felt like so much. I'm like, ow. Dang, that hurt. Waxworms are a treat. The waxworms should not be a staple for chameleons. And now, I'm going to be honest, I cannot remember exactly why there should be treat. I don't know if they're very high in fat or if they're like, so hornworms don't have that much nutritional benefit, but they are good for hydration. And I believe they're also high in sugar. Silkworms actually have a lot of nutrients in them. And also great hydration. Yeah. Dude, BLT sounds good. BLT sounds so good. Freaking good, crispy, freaking. So y'all who like that chewy, floppy bacon, like, I don't get it. I want crispy bacon. Then maybe a little bit, just a little bit of char on it. So it's just a little bit. That's my ideal bacon. You guys are like, and it's like it's stretching. Like, no, that scares me. For me, that's red flag. Okay, you all. I have to take kids to school. To wake up at like, I can do 6:45. Anyways, I'm waking up early. Pac-Man frogs are super cool. Their teeth kind of like, I wouldn't want to bite me. And the frogs in general, I have 2 white tree frogs or 2 dumpy frogs, whatever. I don't know how they survive in the wild. Like, these guys are so derpy. They're so derpy. They're so, like, how they survive in the wild, I don't know. Good for your friend. Hell, that sounds amazing. Only the strawberry starburst, quite obviously. We all know it's the strawberry starburst. That's just going to make the color pop in them, yes. Of course, well, I had, actually, this is a decent stream here on YouTube. Last time, y'all's comments were freaking nuts. Not necessarily you all, but like the other people that I knew tonight. They were crazy, unhinged. I'm used to it. I had stream, but hot damn, those were crazy comments. All right, y'all, I'm gonna go to bed. We'll see. I might come back on here tomorrow. We're gonna see. I usually am on TikTok, but like I'm freaking pissed off at them. Like, anyways. All right, y'all. Hopefully I'll come back on. See y'all tomorrow. Have a good night. Thank you for coming and hanging out and seeing the chameleons. See y'all later.